All right, it's time. We're moving all the crap out of the way. Gonna get to Josh's car. Have a few videos of that. Gonna get it all the body work done, get it painted, wired, and get it running. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and check out the videos. Here we go. Get the air back in the tires. Get rid of all this other junk in here. Put all the trim somewhere so we don't get it all bent. I had this car since I was 17 years old. I'm gonna be 62. Yeah, long time. Yeah, exactly. Come on.
What year was it? 20.
Alright, we'll push Josh's car out, huh?
Into the sunlight.
Like Dracula. Ah! My eyes!
Alright, we'll get inside. Alright, this can go in here. Put everything back in the garage. We don't need.
What?
So we're cleaning it out. These are the. Do you need some aluminum, I guess?
That's old school right there.
That's going in there.
That's going back. We have to mount the shifter on there. We're gonna mount the. We're gonna put the 4-speed pedal in it because I'm gonna put a stick back in it. Whether Josh likes it or not.
I mean, I'll drive it. We're gonna hook the pedal up though, so that the trans breaks off of the pedal on a switch. So technically, you're still shifting it, and we got a third pedal. So I mean, we can make it fly.
Alright, that goes there. That you could take actually this.
Just leave that in here. Put all that in there. The other one might be in the door. I don't know. I mean, we can put it in there. There it is.
Just 2 nuts, so you crawl under there, put them in there, and then one in the middle for the. I got that too.
Okay.
All right, so we haven't looked at this thing in so long. So the fenders, they just got to get scuffed down, reprimed with some 2K primer. The hood's already scuffed. We gotta just prime that one more time. The doors, same thing. They just gotta get scuffed, primed. I mean, I already scuffed them, so these are already scuffed down.
Already all scuffed.
We just gotta clean them back up. I gotta fix this one thing on this in the front. It's cracked. It's cracked. Get this grease off of here. We already fit the doors the first time. All the locks and all that stuff works. I gotta put the windows. I got one track apart. I got to get the other track apart, and then we have the tinted glass, like we got in the comic. We're gonna put that in there.
The
Lexan, the tinted stuff, and then we have a front and back tinted. We got a rear tinted glass in Lexan and a front glass in Lexan. So we're gonna put the pedals. We're gonna do the pedals. We're gonna put them in there, so that's done. We ain't gotta go back in there and crawl around in there. I got to take all the little fittings, all these little
molding.
I got the moldings off, but there's some that they were so old. They're like, I got to cut them off and do something with those. And then these are staying like this. We're gonna clean these back up. These are in nice shape. I'm gonna put these right back in the doors. So those will be in the doors. This panel. So the trunk would come down and go like that, and I had it back in the day. I had it pinned here, and right through the original molding, which I have. And I got another really nice molding, but I'm going to use the same one because we're going to just pin this back on. The trunk lid, we split it so we could take the trunk lid off because we're going to put a wing on it. So the wing's gonna go all the way across to the side, drop down. We got a fiberglass bumper, and we're gonna make the parachute mount and the push bar mount here. We already made the thing to mount the tank. We didn't mount it because we gotta finish painting all this in here. So batteries we're gonna mount one battery right there in the back, and that's it. The rear's all done, the brakes are all done, the brakes all work, the front end's all done, the engine's already done. We just gotta finish rewiring everything once I paint it, because I gotta put the headliner in it first. After we paint it, I'm gonna put the headliner in it and then wire it, because the switches all go up against the headliner. So it's gonna look good. And when we're done with this, then we start on another car. You'll see what that one is.
Same thing, that one needs to be done.
Yeah, that one's going to be a little bit different than this one.
That one's not a race car, but a show car.
Which one are you talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the other?
Yeah.
Well, two projects.
Two projects, but we're going to I got to get this done. It's been too long. Poor Josh didn't get to race it. I want to see this thing back on the track.
Yeah, we didn't get to race the Acco now.
Yeah, we missed the Acco now.
We might have to just go
We'll go where?
knock the door down and run it really quick and break it.
First pass this car ever made was at was either Island Dragway or Long Island.
Actually,
Dragway.
I should get it.
I can't remember.
I
think it was out in West Hamptons. I think was the first place we went with this.
What size is this?
Yeah, when it was all painted with this setup, yeah, it was definitely
I need whatever
West
size,
Hampton.
whatever size this is.
What is that? All right. Well, that's the rundown. You'll just keep watching the videos. We'll keep working on it, and this time we're gonna finish it. So.
We gotta finish these hashes up. Drill these little.
Just be careful.
They come right out. They're aluminum.
Bushings line up.
Yeah. No, I don't want that. Yeah. Hang on, ready?
There it goes. That's one. It's got to go through all the bushings. That's why.
Okay, hang on, let me get on that side now. Hang on, let me get on that side of it so I can push.
Don't hit it with the hammer.
I'm not.
It should slide right through.
Yeah, you gotta go up a little, I think, Jeff.
It's like, because now this is kind of not lined up, right?
Yeah.
John, you can
Yeah,
use
push it. Yeah, just like that. I think just
watch
like,
your
yeah.
fingers. You got, there you
There
go.
it
There
goes.
you go. Go ahead. Whoop! All right, that's it. That's no problem. That's just the
Oh, that's just the
outside
end
bushing.
one.
Put that one back in, and then put the clip back on.
Where'd it go?
Behind you.
And when it,
No, down there.
yeah, no.
They hit metal. Under blanket.
No.
Hang on.
And then I have the big return spring someplace. I gotta find that. Okay, so we go in.
No, hang on. There it goes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Here's the clip.
And hooks up
and
to
hooks
that.
up to that. No, up on the top.
Oh, okay. So that pins for the.
That's the actual thing that goes through the floor.
Yeah.
Which it would go through that hole.
Okay.
Right.
I plugged it up already, I think. All right. Cool.
All right. So that's gonna go.
We got a third pedal. It's a real car.
There's a stop someplace.
It's a real race car.
Like, there's supposed to be a stop like right there, so they're even.
Okay. Well.
I gotta find out where it went. All right.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna be sanding these two fenders down first. I'm gonna show you guys most of all this process. So our idea here for the first, turn the light on. Most of it all is already pretty good, bodywork wise and everything. There's gonna be a few spots that we're gonna have to touch up with some primer. So the roof is gonna get blocked down with 600. There's only, I think, one spot somewhere in here that we saw that might need a little bit of filler. All the sails, the tops of the quarters, the back panel. The whole thing's getting sanded down with 600 anyway, so we could prime it. But most of the stuff won't have to get primed, like the front of these are gonna have to. Hopefully there's only a couple little chips, but it'll all get filled in. We don't have to really do any body work. So I'm gonna sand all these down just like if I was sanding down clear coat, basically, for for buffing. I mean, we're gonna use 600 grit sandpaper. All right, wet sanding it. So until all of it is dull again. So you want to take all the shine off of it. All right, so I'll put you guys on time lapse for a little bit, show you some of that while I'm doing this. This is gonna be a long process, a little bit. It won't take too much time, but we gotta sand it all. All right, so you guys can kind of see what we're looking for here. You can see how this is shiny still, right? See how this is dull. You move around and can't really see a reflection. All of these, they might look like water still on it. This is actually what we're trying to sand out. These little, I guess you would call them, it kind of looks like orange peel still. This is what we want to make sure all comes out, right? I'm not done with this, but I wanted to show you guys before I went even further with it what we're trying to sand off. All right, so all these marks, the whole thing needs to look nice and dull flat. Okay, so you can kind of see like that. That all needs to come out. So this is what's shiny. We need this whole thing to be dull, and you don't want to go too far. That's why you want to kind of stop, dry it off, see the spots you miss. You don't want to try to patch sand, spot sand everything, but you definitely don't want to go too far and then break through the paint underneath of it all. Okay, so that's the goal here, and I got to do the whole thing on both of them. So I'll show you guys when I'm done with that what it looks like all finished sanded, and then I'll just do both of them, the whole things. Okay, so here's a really good, you can see it with the light, with it being shiny and dull. This one's getting there. There's a couple more spots. So as I'm doing one, I'm letting it dry. I'm sanding the other one, going back and forth, so I don't have to wait for one to dry or nothing. And then this one's a little rough down here on these spots. You can kind of see it starting to dry. So, but this also will help it be nice and straight and smooth everything out, flatten it before we even put primer on or anything. So yeah, you don't want to try to like patch sand the little spots just because it's right in the middle, because then that's when you get all your little waves in it and it looks all wavy when you're done sanding and everything. Okay, going to town on it. I'm finishing these up still. So actually, all the stuff that we thought looked cracked was just a clear coat on it because it's so old. But it's not actually the fiberglass. So once we hit them with the 2K primer, they should be good to go. And then we'll hit all these little spots that are, all these are gonna get done. Okay.
Alright, so we got all these pieces all sanded down. And get ready to prime those. In the meantime, we're working on the wing. Josh is in the other room, we're cutting a piece. So we're going to put a crossbar across the frame. We're going to make a hole there. We just measured where the bumper goes. We're going to have enough room right here. And parachute mount. So all of Jimmy's stuff is here. He's going to be here. Put all his stuff soon. Yep. Poke the two sides, fit it in there, and then he's going to weld that in.
Hopefully this is all down.
Yep. Let's go check that. Ready. Go up. Yeah, but it's got to go up. Right? Yep, higher.
So this is the
parachute. So we got the little tabs made. This is the insert that goes into the sleeve. I made a hole for a 1/2 inch bolt. Now I'm just cleaning it up, making sure it's flat, and then I'm gonna put a little V in it so it's centered. How you making out with the bracket?
Oh, I got it all cut off. I'll show them what I did over here. Well, no, there's nothing wrong. So I had it only tacked in, but I had to take it out because we forgot the gas tanks going right in here where the tabs are. So we need to make our bar. We need to make our bar more of a V so that it can go around this, or at least a U kind of shape around, so it can go to the hole here. But that gas tank has to sit right here. That's where we already made all the tabs up, so we're not going to redo that. So, redo the idea. Alright. Now we got something to work. Now the gas tank sits in there, no problem.
Just gotta make sure this is square. We gotta. Where's the little?
It's right there.
There. Should this sits right.
So here, I'll show you guys. So our plan. So we cut the hole big enough, right? The gas cap goes back here, so you're not gonna see
Go ahead.
the bottom part of it. And then we can pull this whole thing out, and I'll be able to weld the whole thing around, because obviously you're not gonna be able to get in there and weld the bottom. So doing it like this, where I'm able to get all the way around, then we'll slip it back in, then I'll weld everything else. Ready? Alright, let me put this on a stand and I'll weld it. I'll tack it in first.
Alright. So that's in. Right? It's all welded up. So now we're just gonna clean these two corners. And before we do that, he's actually tacking this thing I made up. So that's all done. Right? We're gonna weld that onto the end of that, and then I got two more tabs that go on the bottom for the push bar. I'm gonna finish welding this thing up, and then we'll weld that onto there, because he'll be able to move it around, get under it and whatnot. And then we'll tack all that. Be done. Alright. Alright, so we're finishing this up. Got that welded. Got
Almost
that bar
done.
welded in there. And then I made up this. So I'm going to finish cleaning them up, and then he'll weld those on the bottom of that for the push bar. Alright. And we just ordered we're going to use a chrome bumper. So when that shows up, we're going to put the bumper on, and then we're going to make the wing. So stay tuned for that. Alright? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you'll know when we're doing the rest of it.